Hey guys, it's Sean C. with Fortress of Integrity again, and today we are on day 4 of our devotional. And today's title is Intercessor and Together. And that's pretty much what it sounds like. So today's going to go back and focus a little bit more on day 2. We're going to expand on that a little bit. In day 2, we discussed what was causing a divide in our home, in our relationship, with our children. And this is kind of like our battleground. This is what we go to war together with. We stand by each other and we go to war. And our battle is the things that divide us. That is our enemy. And we want to treat it like that. We want to take everything that tries to get in and wedge its way into our life in between us and get rid of it, quit it, take it out of the picture. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If it's substance abuse, it could be pride, not accepting that we have a problem with that. If it's whatever other type of addiction, could be our job and the hours that we work. Sometimes we have to, but can we, if we're in excess and we've got plenty, then do we have to? Or sometimes maybe it's overtaking our home. So whatever that looks like from day 2 that you discussed with your partner about what you feel like is creating a divide in your relationship or causing some sort of discord or causing you not to have a connection or or creating some sort of division, it needs to go away. And it's not always easy. And there are some things that when they're gone, they have more challenges. When an addiction is taken out, it can create the challenges of having to go back and relearn what those addictions were doing for you, whether it be an emotional response or handling things that have been suppressed. And since we're not used to that, we have to relearn how to handle those things. So there's a lot of challenges that come with these things that have been dividing us. We've got accustomed to them and we've created a lifestyle based off of those. So when we go to kick those out, the other day we prayed about them to get rid of them. We're 2 days further into this thing, and if we committed to that 2 days ago, then, or whenever you did day 2 of this devotional, then we're going to be struggling at this point, possibly, depending on where you're at in these areas that were causing the divide, whether it's the beginning, middle, it's been going on for years. There's going to be some challenges with that. So today I want you to sit down with your partner, both of you sit down and write out a list of the different challenges this is causing you. So is it causing more emotional sensitivities? Is it causing things to come up that you weren't aware that were there? Is it putting you in a situation where you are separated from each other and you're missing and longing for the other person? So today I want you to write those things down. Talk about what challenges am I facing by getting rid of this thing that is dividing us, or write a list of them out as best you can. Or maybe the challenges that it's creating for your partner. There are some things that when we get rid of that, maybe there's, it's creating some sort of response in our partner. If I'm getting rid of something, or if my partner's getting rid of something, maybe it's creating some sort of dialect that normally wouldn't be there, or an emotional response that normally wouldn't be there. So today we're going to talk about how to work through that together. So I did jump a little bit ahead, but we're going to go back, and our title was Intercessor and Together, and we're going to go back and talk about the verse for today, and that is James 5:16. And it says, "Therefore confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." So if it has created the divide, it's not too late. You can still pray for this together. So if you're able to discuss this with one another, then have this conversation. What challenges are being created today? And I'll just go ahead and read the prayer for the day. It's kind of in line with what I was already talking about. Like I said, I jumped ahead just a little bit. It says, on day 2, we discuss some of the things that divide us in a relationship, divide our home, and prevent our spiritual growth and our relationship development. Pick one or all things from this list and talk about what you would like strength in. Agree to continue praying for one another throughout the week and month, or as long as it takes. Basically, we are going to be an intercessor and we're going to pray together on these things. And then the challenges also that are listed with these things. So what emotional responses come from these? What actions come from these? What is it costing me financially to get rid of that was dividing us? Whatever the thing may be, and these list of things. So ask each other how they're handling this. And I'd say do that frequently. Ask each other frequently, hey, how's it going with that? I know we discussed this a while back. We discussed all these challenges. And along the way, you might find that, okay, hey, I was challenged with this, and this. But now it's only one or two of these things. And I still need a little help in these areas. I need you to come alongside me and encourage me in this, or I could use your support more in this area. So support each other. Ask that God will give your partner the strength and courage to endure this, and that everything that divides you will be removed. Continue to pray for one another each day in this. Pray for the challenges that come with those things being removed. Ask that you and your partner will be restored in the areas that has caused division. If it's causing division, it's taken something away from your relationship. It's probably likely created some sort of discord in your relationship. And there's an area that needs to be healed and restored back to or better than what it was before. So be mindful of the effects that divide has had when you're writing out this list, and consider writing down those effects. What damages it caused? What did that division do within your relationship? Write those things down and start praying for those things as well, because those things are also affecting other areas in our life. They have caused division in our relationship. They have caused a loss of connection. So depending what the division was and how long it's been going on will heavily dictate how much of a challenge it's going to be or how many areas have been affected by that. So consider all those things when writing out this list. So we're not just talking about the things that divide, but the challenges that comes with those things and the effects that it's had on our relationship and the damage it's done. So these are all the areas that we're going to pray on. I want you guys to write this list out and pray on these as an intercessor, but also together. So when you're away from each other, this partner is part of you. So where they lack healing, where they're hurt, where they're cut inside and their heart is torn, is part of you. And therefore, it is your heart that needs to be healed as well. And your hurt, your pain for your partner. So share this with each other and treat it like it's your own. Treat it like you have this hurt. You have this divide, even if it's just your partner's, something they brought into it. It's ours now. This is what we were talking about before, taking ownership of this in one of the other videos I put together. It's our relationship. Our relationship is ours. So today's challenge is, we're going to go back to day 2's challenge. I've just changed some of the wording up a little bit. We already kind of discussed what some examples are of that, and that list can go on. It's whatever you believe is causing division. So quit anything that is destructive. This is our challenge for today. Quit anything that is destructive or divisive to your relationship and home. This can not only be hard to admit, but it can also be something that is hard to get rid of for various reasons. Come alongside one another and ask how we can support in this process and any complications that may come with it. And today's unveiling is to not assume that the other person will tell you what they need. And in this case, how they are struggling. And sometimes we just don't know. Sometimes this only comes out when it has been stirring in them for too long and it's too heavy and it has to come out. And oftentimes that comes out in a way that is harmful. And so this is why it's so important that we stay in communication and that we discover what that division was. So we not only get a better understanding of our partner and what they're going through, but we get to go through it with them. And we also learn some new coping mechanisms for ourselves. We learn how to develop ourselves. As our partner is growing through this process, we are becoming wiser in this process. And the beauty about that is the next time our partner goes through this process, or next time our partner is faced with a challenge, or if I'm faced with that challenge, then we can, we'll have the tools to navigate that. So now we can move on to other things. But still, regardless, if it does come up again later, or if these challenges come up again, whatever, or if things try to divide you again, communicate that with your partner. Say, hey, this is come into my life and it's trying to divide us. I'm not okay with it. I don't want this in part of my life. Let's pray about this together. Let's make this go away. And let's stand by each other. Let's go to war together. Additionally, they may not know, but with some good questions and love and affection, it may occur to them. This is kind of important. It's something that I had discovered with my partner. She would ask me, hey, I feel this going on with you. What's going on? And when that question first comes out, sometimes we don't really know. We don't know how to articulate it. We don't know, I know some of the things that's taking place, but I don't understand why it's taking place really, because I haven't had a chance to really look at the whole thing. And if we can ask our partner the right questions, then we're kind of moving them forward in a way that allows their mind to be able to think, okay, well, why is this going on? Don't just ask what's going on or what's happening with them. Dig a little bit. Be patient with them. Be gentle with them. But let them know, look, hey, I care about you. And I noticed this is happening recently. It's affecting me in this way. How is it affecting you? What are you feeling right now? What do you believe has caused this feeling right now? And sometimes it goes both ways. Sometimes the effects that I have on my partner will create effects back onto me, and it becomes a cycle. So we really need to learn to address these things really quick. If I feel my partner is having a shift a little bit, then it's not enough to just say, hey, I notice you're shifting. Why? Sometimes they don't know either. They just know also that it's there. And the reality is maybe they didn't, they were trying to figure it out before they mentioned it, or they just thought they could figure it out along the way. So, don't assume that they know. They know that something's going on. They know that something's off. They know that something's missing, but they need the help. We all need help trying to figure that question out. Sometimes it's not the answer so much we're looking for. It is the question that gets us to the answer. So hope this helps today. I struggled this morning trying to figure out what to do for a devotional today. And I thought, well, we're kind of building on the togetherness of the relationship right now. So let's go back to day 2 and let's talk about some of those struggles and stuff for the things that divide us. And let's learn how to pray and be there for that person in that. So look forward to day 5 with you guys. Feel free to comment below. Try to do this exercise together if you guys can. Spend a little bit of time on it. If you get a little bit backed up, try to catch up on your next day off or whatever when things aren't so busy. This is really important for developing your relationship. If you have a really, really busy life, then it might be time to really rethink that and just kind of say, hey, I want to take half a day or whatever once a week to really develop our relationship and to, let's go out on a date too. So sometimes this can be really refreshing to start at the beginning of one of those days and say, hey, let's start this day with this. And tonight, and we're gonna stay in that space today and allow each other to just mature and grow and heal and become great and feel good about themselves and about where they're going. And tonight we'll go on a date and we'll enjoy dinner together, and with that burden off of our chest, and maybe some of these things will be out of the way now that is causing that divide. So, and that is our goal here. That's our ultimate goal, is to bring us closer together, bring healing into our relationship, and give us a sense of connection that is stronger than it was before, or stronger than it's ever been. So, hope you guys are blessed by this. Like I said, feel free to comment below. I know I jumped ahead again. I said looking forward to day 5. I am looking forward to day 5. If you haven't joined our group yet for relationship development, please join, and feel free to let us know how we're doing. And follow our Facebook page for Fortress Integrity. Look forward to seeing you guys on day 5.